right, again, we'll say good morning to you. It's a live broadcast from our studios from Honor 103.5 FM. It's good to know that you are on the other side of radio, all right? Radio is with you, but then you're on the other side because we're here, you're there. And, of course, we appreciate the fact that you decide to actually make us your number one station and you decide to leave your dial on 103.5 FM this beautiful Thursday morning. Good morning again. All our presenters on the morning shift had said good morning at one time or the other. But it's my turn to say good morning. You're listening to While You Work. In case you're listening to this show for the very first time, While You Work is only designed for you and I to get better at work, to know the business we're into, and of course to get better on whatever it is our job definition is, all right? And then on the show, we try as much as possible again to pass all the informations you need, and then we educate you as far as your job is concerned. We're the only station that cares about you and your job. Again, I say good morning. My name is Big L. I'm DJ Big L. My naughty friends call me the Turntable Majesty, but my mother would insist you call me Lekan Omosebi. It's about 9 minutes past 11 this beautiful Thursday morning. Now on the show, we inform you, we educate you, and of course, we entertain you. I won't be doing all I just said right now if I don't have a studio manager, who happens to be Farouk. And of course, I have Adiola seated next to Farouk in the studio. And of course, there's Emmanuel. I'm correct? Emmanuel is on the social media platform as at this time. So, welcome to the show. We have a topic we've been treating since about Monday. Yes. So we brought a brand new topic on Monday. So we're actually having this comparison between the public sector and then the private sector. We brought the topic as well so that our words, when I say our words, we're talking about our children, where do you prefer to actually want to work? Would you prefer the public sector or the private sector? And then for those of us that have actually served the country and then we're out of service, and for those of us that were still in that age of what do I do? I was still having a chat with someone yesterday, and the person is, where can I work? Where will I want to work? That's why we actually decided to bring the topic to radio. Would you want to be with the public sector where the federal government or the state government will pay you? Or you want to be in the private sector where you build your own company by yourself? Anyways, we have been dealing with it since Monday, and today is the last episode for the topic we've been dealing with. But then, since I told you I have Farouk, let's go listen to good music at this time to entertain us. When we come back, we'll go straight into the topic for the day.
You don't wonder why do people fall in love? It could be for the game or pleasure, I don't know. But when it comes to lust, yeah, that's for sure. When you and I get all these things around, girl, like you be the one that makes me smile, and it's true. Something within us. Now those things when they make you sometimes they lose my trust. My love is not in your door. And I saw it got there for pick up, don't go. Hey, because of people, Nanya. Oh, yeah, Bunobi. Baby, pick up, don't go. Hey, because of people, Nanya. Evil Nanya, evil Nanya, evil Nanya. Hey. Oh, yeah, Bunobi. My love is knocking on your door. I'm standing all alone on my own. I've been waiting for so long. Don't let this love go far. Don't keep me waiting under the rain. Because evil Nanya, little Maga, evil Nanya. Oh, Yambunobi. Because evil Nanya, little Maga, evil Nanya. Oh, Yambunobi. 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 Oh, Yambunobi.
All right, now you're listening to this song coming from P Square. You know, a song simply titled Ifunaya. You guys remember that song, right? A very lovely song. We all love that song. Too many ladies love that song. Because of that song, too many guys got married. I didn't fall for that anyway. But anyways, at that time I was married, so. But then a lot of guys fell for that song and they got married. It's 15 minutes past 11 on a Thursday morning. It's a throwback Thursday, right? And that's why we'll play you songs from way back on the show. Now let's go to business. Remember, it is While You Work. It's a program put together, designed strictly for you and I to get better at work, and of course to get improved at work, and of course to make sure that we get our flowers at work, and to know exactly what we're doing as far as our business is concerned. That's why the program is put together just for you. Thank you if you're joining us for the first time. We need to say a big thank you, but you need to get informed. On this show, the first thing you need to do is for you to actually follow us on our social media platforms, from Instagram to our website to, wherever. We're everywhere anyway. But then we would like you to actually follow us on Facebook. Yes, we sincerely would like you to follow us on Facebook if you're listening for the very first time. We'd like you to actually type Honor, HONOR, 103.5 FM Ibadan on Facebook. Share. We'd like you to share our platform so that other people can understand and really, really enjoy full broadcasting at its best. Okay? Please, would like you to do that now. You get to see the show live as well, and of course other programs are live. Thank you again for doing that. Thank you so much. But then the topic is actually between the public sector and the private sector. On Monday and Tuesday, we actually spoke more about the government policy as far as job is concerned, work is concerned. So the public sector was what we looked at critically on Monday and Tuesday. Then yesterday, we decided to change gear, and then we actually decided to face the private sector. And we spoke a lot about the private sector yesterday. So we spoke about the job security for the private sector. We told you how minus it is. If you really want to go into the private sector, please just know within you that job security is nothing to really talk about. We all know that security, as far as any country in the world, is more about the federal government providing it for the private sector. If you look at the United States as a case study, there's a city in the United States, or should I say a state in the United States, called Las Vegas. Las Vegas is 95% private sector. Las Vegas provides the highest income for the government of the United States. And then there's the Hollywood. Hollywood provides 95% of income for the federal government of the United States. But the only thing the government of the United States did for Las Vegas and the Hollywood sector is they provided them the most important thing, which happens to be security. You can't get to Hollywood now and says you want to get to see who? Let's mention the best actor right now. All right? As far as concerned. Let's pick up The Rock, the WWE superstar. He's also a fantastic Hollywood superstar. Can you get to see him just because you feel you can? No. If he's on set, how can you access it? Huge security from the government of the United States to those two big cities that provides them from the private sector the huge amount of money that the government enjoys. Now, let's quickly go to Nollywood so that we can actually just patch in the two of them. Nollywood is a private sector as well. Government is not involved. Well, the only way the government could have been involved as far as Nollywood is concerned, I'm not saying the federal government of Nigeria is not doing anything for Nollywood. Don't get me wrong. Compared to what, let's look at the movie sector in India as well. They have a fantastic, huge sector when it comes to movies and entertainment. We know what their government is doing as security vote. So as far as the private sector is concerned, the first thing we discussed yesterday is what I'm explaining to you. The first thing about the private sector for Nigeria is actually a minus, negativity. The public sector, who happens to be the government, is not helping the private sector to help them. Now, let's take our time consciously to actually look at a Dangote and a Femi Otedola and the Dantatas and the articles and the rest of them that are into businesses in Nigeria. Let's look at the telecommunication companies, private companies, right? Now you will understand that they will have to do a lot to actually try to lure the government of the country so that they can get security. They need security. Let's look at the fast food sector, fast food companies. Fast food, they're everywhere. If you get to Ibadan and you go to Awolowo Road in Bodija, Old Bodija, you see them from the left to the right, from the left to the right to the end of the road. They need security. But then you now realize that what we spoke about yesterday about the private sector providing security for themselves by themselves with their own income to protect themselves is not actually needed if the government actually provides them the security. So that's the first we spoke about yesterday about the private sector. And then we spoke about the job security as well, if it has to do with the private sector. Job security in the private sector is not promised. You can get employed on Monday and get sacked on Friday. Once you decide to join the private sector or you're working for, private sector, yeah, it's always owned by an individual or group of persons. That's where you could say, okay, Deji, Kunle, and Fumi, the three of them actually came together to form this company. But they can sack whoever they employ anytime they feel like, and they can keep it for as long as they want, depending on them. You have no court to attend. You have no police to come and arrest anyone. It's the private sector. That's the negativity of the job security we're trying to explain to you. Again, we say thank you so much for listening to the show. We have entertainment coming up right now. Let's play you some music, and then we'll be back.
First time I want to talk this talk. I'm a full-time phone bron Karabama. My name is Mineri Apanodoidang. Everybody does to the make yes of just because of the way where would it talk? Mbaka se mente, kun se mentro, do my sentang, get a campo, talk is not our fault. When God the share language, we come out. Before we come back, language don't finish. When we call young John, everybody go out. When we call young Zen, everybody go out. When we call champion, everybody go out. When I'm mixing things like Jong boys and Jong kids, everybody go out. Then they rap because they like my language. If you like my language, let me see your hands up now. I'm not here. so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, put your hands up. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, put your hands up.
Monday morning, I started go up. I cut in doubles for Utrega. When I come did for my own bus stop, conductor come on the chain, 10 naira. When I come to drag my chain with conductor, everybody inside the bus can't start to the rap. I come there as them, what did they make on a rap? They said the way I did drop, and they make them laugh. I travel, I enter Calabar. When I reach Calabar, it be like small on them. Then clean everywhere. I can't see the reason why they say we like ourselves. I can't enter one restaurant for Calabar. I can't tell the woman, make she give me Santana. I can't ask her what type of soup will I get. She can't tell me, say then get the guy come. And get a fan soup, and I bag soup. I can't tell her, make she give me a fan soup. Before I eat finish, I not come belly full. I can't tell the woman, make she give me that pepper soup.
Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, put your hands up. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, put your hands up. Uba uba ken rock money number for the. Get rock money number for the. Uba uba ken rock money number for the. It was there, nobody noticed before. Casey pressure go they come pick it up. It was there, somebody no realize until we pick it up and then we will polish up. Some buffet bogo kem mago tomotum. Some buffet medio ken tin to the. Some buffet medio ken tin and I'm saying come where I come. You might tell a free where I go because you might go free where but some you must cut off the house. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, put your hands up. Super Kenyan, so cold. Yes. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, so cold. Super Kenyan, put your hands up.
In fact, this music you just listen to, it's taking music to another level.
Yes, taking you worldwide.
In fact, if you don't want to know this music, all you need to do is
There you are.
in fact, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to this music. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to this music. Thank you, get this music, oh yeah, be everybody. Pastor Kuri Kuri, Amy Press, Robbie Press. In fact, Aisha, everybody there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to this music. Thank you, get this music.
I can never forget this group. Oh my goodness, Casey Fresh, both of them in a group. I remember the song because I was at Ray Power Lagos, and then this song came out, and the whole Lagos was laughing. Anyway, it's a great song. I can't even pronounce it because Sionpo. Okay, yeah, that's the title of the song. Anyway, back to class. We're talking about the public sector and, of course, the private sector on the show this morning. Let's continue with the private sector. We started this yesterday. We did public sector Monday and Tuesday. But then yesterday we started from the private. And of course, we're still telling you about the private. So we've told you the first thing about the private sector is the fact that it's minus because of job security. Job security. Okay, let's quickly get to talk about more as far as this topic is concerned about the private sector. Yes, I know a lot of people will be wondering, wow, and now private I want to do my own business. So this one why they say security, job security. It is true, but then you will go through it. Definitely you will be able to sustain it. What we discussed yesterday again on the show, remember we told you yesterday that there's something called the compensation, and we discussed it on Tuesday, compensation, but we looked at it from the public sector. Government has the best compensation ever in the world. No diggity, no doubt, no lie. Very factual, very true. You want to get compensated on your job, you need to be with the public sector. But then, when it comes to compensation, the private sector is also doing 100%, and they're doing very well. We can practically say probably better than the public sector. Because when it comes to compensation, the private sector employees may have the potential for higher salaries. You get my point now. Higher salaries. Why the government is paying you like 80,000 naira, The private sector might be paying you 250,000. Okay? And then the performance based on bonuses. But remember, it is your performance in the private sector, your performance, your boss. You know, we told you that like 70% owned private companies are owned by individuals, one person. But then if that one person likes you, and the one person understands you, and the one person likes the way you work, trust me, it's going to be like a bumper package for you, because it's owned by an individual. That's an advantage, a plus. And then this can actually vary greatly based on the company and industry. I've said that. So while you will enjoy the private sector, it's because it is owned by one person or a group of persons. There's a lounge, a very popular lounge on Awolowo, which I'm glad to be part of. I've realized that it's owned by a couple of people. But then you can only see one face. You can only see one person all the time, you know. But then it's not owned by him alone. It's owned by a couple of people. But when those couple of people and him and they have the meeting and they say, okay, let's talk about Big Girl, for example, and they call me suddenly and say, okay, Big Girl, help us do this, do this, do this. That means I'm favorable to them. So I can get to be on the advantage side because it's owned by a group of persons and you know, So the private sector is actually very, 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 very better as far as we're looking at both sides. But remember, the first thing I told you about bumper packages, you need to be with the public sector. That one is regular, it's a thing. But in the private sector, it's not like regular and it's not a thing. In the private sector, you have to be different. You have to be extraordinary different. Let's quickly take a break on the show. So when we take this break, we'll come back with the fresh things we need to tell you about the private sector today. It's very interesting, trust me. Tell your friend to join us on Facebook. You yourself, join us on Facebook. Honor, HONOR, 103.5 FM right now. And you definitely will never regret it.
On the 103.5 FM,
your integrated station.
You fit fly.
bá òkú ẹ̀kọ́ òpin rírí ìrìn àjò ń bẹ lára ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ wá gbọ́ o láti rìnrìn àjò lọ oríṣiríṣi orílẹ̀-èdè káàkiri àgbáyé pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn àti ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ẹni mọ̀nà látẹ̀lé you fit fly ló kájú ẹ̀. Remove the limitations on your dream of traveling the world and get premium and affordable services such as flight and hotel reservations, ticketing, visa processing, travel insurance, holy pilgrimage, e-visa processing for countries like Dubai, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Egypt. Also, airport transfer, special vacation, tour packages, IELTS, and many more travel services. You fit flight in ní ìrírí ọdúnmọ́dún pẹ̀lú ẹ̀rí máa jẹ́ mi nìṣó. We've secured partnerships and valuable relationships across the globe to make your traveling experience truly remarkable. For more inquiries, visit us at Success House, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan. Call 0901 111 1190. Visit www.youfitfly.com. You fit fly without limitations.
Gbogbo onínáwó pátá tó fi mọ́ gbogbo aláṣẹ chicken tẹ́ fẹ́ lò bó ti wù kó pọ̀ tó DMGs ni a máa bọ̀ ẹ má wulẹ̀ làágùn jìnnà mọ́ DMG frozen foods ni a máa bọ̀. Oh yes, whatever occasion it is, chieftaincy ceremony, housewarming, naming, birthday party, or whatever occasion it is, DMG frozen foods has got your back for whatever number of chickens you may desire. All caterers, worry less, as DMG is there for you to take care of your chicken supplies. Be it whole chicken or in pieces, DMGs will cut, will pack, and deliver to wherever you want it. Àjẹpẹ́tẹ́ bá ti ń ronú ìnáwó ẹ ṣá máa ronú DMGs fún irúfẹ́ iye chicken tẹ́ bá ń fẹ́ bó ti wù kó pọ̀ tó kò sí wàhálà kankan. Ẹ kàn sí DMG frozen foods lẹ́ni ní plot 2 block F number 6 Olúbàdàn avenue Olúyọ̀lé estate lẹ́bàá Fumac pharmacy Ìbàdàn tàbí lẹ́ka àwọn tó wà ní off new garage Akala expressway lẹ́bàá Anchor mall kátó déré Akari junction Ìbàdàn. Fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ pè 09062864238 tàbí 09062968870. Think party chickens, think DMGs.
Imagine having the freedom to work, play, and connect without interruptions. That is what fast internet means to us. At Highward Networks, we are passionate about delivering super fast, unlimited internet that is 6 times faster than the competition. Whether you're working from home, running a business, or streaming your favorite shows, we've got you covered. A reliable internet and 24/7 customer support ensure you stay connected always. So what are you waiting for? Join the iWorld Networks family today and discover a seamless internet experience. Call Jeffrey on 081 3058 9466 or visit our website www.iwn.ng to get started. iWorld Networks, connected possibilities.
On the 103.5 FM.
Your integrated station.
Kasala to bust. Ejo watch properly, get over my cross. More no you left my bros. Shebeka ya seme fresh. Yo, you don't know so poop to these and the case now no PUPA to the TWE Nigerian's finest job. The wired by grace so the don't know. And you're listening to While You Work with the number one man done legend himself, Big L on Honor FM 103.55 City. You don't want to touch the dial, trust me. Beautiful things are going. Blessings.
What's popping, Ibadan City? What's popping, Ibadan City? You're listening to the big boss man, the big dog, the boss man, the legendary OAP, the Armageddon, Big L on Honor 103.5 FM. All day, every day.
This is the remix, y'all. Juju hip hop, yo. Remix, y'all. Bringing us something new to y'all. While it jumps in the remedies, yo. Y2K, Candace music. Bringing something new to y'all never heard. My make keys in the house, yo, Wally. Get up the microphone, come on, y'all.
Wale mama do.
Say what I can hear, yo.
Alo ilo berede.
What you say, come on, y'all.
Awade.
Jiggy.
Wale mama do.
What you say.
Alo ilo berede.
Check it out, y'all.
Ini bolo, keji bolo, pambolo, bolo. Alákọ̀ọ́jú màre o, ẹni tẹ̀ ń retí máa dẹ̀.
Now, check it out.
Awade.
One time.
Wale mama de o.
Y2K, remedies, KYC.
Alo ilo berede.
Can you feel it, baby? Can you feel it?
Awade.
Check it out.
Wale mama de o.
Y2K, remedies,
Alo
KYC.
ilo berede.
This is it, yo, this is it. 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 Y2K, I come with the funk, Mr. T, stay feelings of you, or of the niggas blue. The nigga that's never been a step on your feet, so you show your niggas all the beat, the brand, step on your feet, and Boston now. I'm making a dedication from the TV to the top. Bring back this game, let me show you I'm the real top. You're sucking the same as it was, so we're gonna make it the alcohol ocean, but I know this alcohol ocean goes to beat is in the war. So what is like it's level, you confident you for the low. You can only find the one that's singing us off the soca. You can only find the one that's singing us off the sing is there. You think your reputation goes loud.
Wale mama de o.
What you say, yo? What you say?
Alo ilo berede.
Y2K, remedies, while it's up, see, KYC. Yo, Haiti, you know what time it is right now? We're about to change the beat to something new. You know what I'm saying? And I got my man Wally in the house. He be going to do something real cool right now. And ladies and gentlemen, yo, Wally, you know what you got? Come on, y'all. Get up the microphone and flow like a tack.
Dali ma ṣe bá mi wí o.
What you say?
Ìyàwó mi má ṣe bá mi jà. Dali má ṣe bá mi wí o. Ìyàwó mi má ṣe bá mi jà.
Come on.
La la y'all. Come on, y'all. La 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 Friday. La 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 Friday. Emi yo basunle o. Orin wale mo ń gbọ́. Can you feel it, baby? Can you feel it, baby? Bí mo fi bá wọn ṣàríyá. All kids knocking on my door off the Wale. I better let you in, cause my name is no Wale. I keep masterpiece when I grab the MSC. Ladies, sip up my keys like to sip the Pepsi. Take a drink on the week back on my sleep. Reminisce my homie Wale Thompson. Me, I could tell them, yeah, long time no see. Remember I told you that I know you. I done take the jealousy when it come to the rapping. Ladies hang around me like a little baby. What's up, girl? How you doing? Would you give me some grandchildren from my mommy? Come on, darling, my say what you say. Come on, ìyàwó mi má ṣe bá mi jà. Darling, má ṣe bá mi wí o. Ìyàwó mi má ṣe bá mi jà. La 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 Friday. Èmi ò bá sunlé o. Orin wálé mo ń gbọ́ o. Bí mo fi gbéra gẹ́gẹ́. La 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 Friday. Èmi ò bá sunlé o. Orin wálé mo ń gbọ́ o. Bí mo fi ń bá wọn ṣàríyá.
All right, we took you way back in time. Remember, it's a Throwback Thursday right on the show while you work. And of course, that's the music of Wale Thompson. And of course, Idris Abdul Karim, La La Le, Friday. Bringing our time to about 18 minutes to 12 on a Thursday. You're listening to While You Work on your number one family radio station, on a 103.5 FM. And for those of you listening to us on a social media platform and you're watching us live, we'd like to say thank you so much for being there. But if you're not yet, we'll implore that you join us right now on Facebook as well. And you can share this show to everybody else so that they can get informed and educated and most importantly, entertained. Now we're looking at the private sector. And of course, at the private sector, we already told you about job security. We also told you about compensation that you can receive and you can get in the private sector. But then let's take it up one more step. Let's get to know more of what we can enjoy if you're a businessman, the CEO of your own company. Let's quickly tell us ourselves about our work environment. Let's see what it means. Now, the thing about the private sector is this. The private sector workplaces can be more dynamic and flexible with a greater emphasis on innovation and results. You see that when we're talking about the public sector, we didn't know what the private sector is going to bring. Now, what the private sector has brought, as far as work environment is concerned, is the fact that it is more dynamic. I've been to the headquarters of so many companies I cannot mention on radio. I've been to HQs where you think you're in Atlanta, or you're in New York, or you're at California, because the HQs was designed by an individual or a group of persons with their personal money. But the federal government might create something, just buildings, blocks, and then you just see offices after the offices. But in the private sector, if you get to the headquarters of some companies, you'll be amazed. I don't know if anybody has been to the HQ of a Dangote, for example, because he is the highest employer of labor as far as Nigeria is concerned. I can't talk about the rest of Africa. But then, have you been to his HQ? Good. So when you talk about the work environment in the private sector, it is more. I've always told people that Honor FM, 103.5 FM, has one of the best studios I have ever worked in. Studio is fine, equipment are on point, everything works the way it should. Air conditioning is on point, that people complain that you need to turn off this air conditioning. So let's call it spade a spade. The private sector has the best work environment you can ever think of, which is true. Now, let me tell you one more thing about the private sector, okay, before we decide to go commercial. Now, the private sector has, let's look at the career growth, your career growth. We told you about the public sector, how you have to grow from level 1 to level 13. how you have to spend your 35 years with the government. But then let's look what the private sector is saying about your career growth. Career advancement may be slower in the public sector compared to the private sector. I just said it just now. In the public sector, you have to go from level 1 to level 13. And you might never get to level 13 in 35 years. Very slow. But then, this one says the career advancement may be slower in the public sector compared to the private sector. Private sector, you might join the company in January, and in September, you might be the biggest boy in that company, depending on your input. But then, with opportunities often tied to seniority and performance evaluation. You see, the thing is this. In the private sector, it's easier for you to quickly climb up the ladder. There are people that have been in the private sector, for example, for 2 years. And you join that private sector for just 3 weeks. And you have already brought like 3 million into the private sector. Oga will like you. Forget. Oga will, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Oga at the top in the private sector must like you by force, by fire. You just joined and in 6 months you have brought about 5 million into the private sector. Why won't you climb up the ladder? In fact, you might end up being the PA to the boss. That's the thing about the private sector. Let's take a glass of water. Let me cool down a little. We'll get to listen to music and then I'll be back to round up all this for the week.
On the 103.5 FM.
Your integrity station.
Daddy, Mommy, ṣé ti gbọ́ nípa new opportunity tó lọ lọ́wọ́ fún àwọn ọmọdé nílé iṣẹ́ Cool Global Interlinks Travels Limited.
Cool Global Interlinks Travels Limited.
Àǹfààní ńlá láìlẹ́gbẹ́ lélẹ́yìí láti lè ṣe Cool Global Interlinks Travels Limited fún àwọn ògo wẹrẹ láti lọ rè kàwé lórílẹ̀‐èdè Canada, US, United Kingdom pẹ̀lú àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ilẹ̀ òkèèrè. Ìwé kíkà dìrọ̀rùn fún àwọn ọmọ tí ń bẹ láàrin ọdún 7 sí ọmọ ọdún 17 7 years to 17 years. Pàbàmbarì ibẹ̀ ní àǹfààní tí ń bẹ fáwọn òbí láti tẹ̀lé ọmọ tó bá fẹ́ lọ rè kàwé lórílẹ̀‐èdè Canada láti lè máa ṣalábòójútó ẹ̀ ní kété tó bá ti ń parí ẹ̀kọ́ rẹ̀ ní àwọn bá yín ṣètò bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa dọmọ onílùú. Àkọ́kọ́ orú ẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí ẹ̀yin òbí àtàlágbàtọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí iléeṣẹ́ Cool Global Interlinks Travels Limited tí wọ́n bá yín mú àlàyé àwọn ọmọ yín wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ wá sẹ́dọ̀ ọ́fíìsì Cool Global Interlinks Travels Limited tó wà ní 72 Rẹ̀mílẹ́kùn House opposite Adamasingba Stadium Adékúnlé Fájuyì Road Ìbàdàn. Ẹ pè wá sórí 080-777-52646.
Cool Global Interlinks Travels Limited.
lótìtọ́ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni gọ́níyà fíjì ìròyìn tó àmójúbà gbogbo aláfẹ́ ayé tó dé Subcam Leading Hotel and Suites ló ń ròyìn wípé ìgbádùn sodo síbi kan ju bí kan lọ. Subcam Leading Hotel and Suites, elegantly and centrally located in a secured and serene environment. Our facilities include cozy rooms and suites, spacious event and conference hall. Our restaurant serves delicious intercontinental and local cuisines, while our bar is stocked with all kinds of assorted drinks. Ní Subcam Leading Hotel and Suites, iná wa kì í ṣẹ́jú nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ètò ààbò gbópọn falala lẹ́ẹ̀ma lo Wi-Fi ọ̀fẹ́ láì níkọ̀sẹ̀. There is also laundry service and fully equipped gym. Seeing the say is believing. Visit Subcam Hotel and Suites today at Plot 3 Mechanic Scheme opposite New Garage off Ijebu-Ode Expressway, Ibadan, Nigeria. Telephone 090-6466-7569 and 090-4821-8600. Subcam Leading Hotel and Suites. In hospitality, we lead.
Let's go. This is your radio.
Unless we make broadcasting accountable, it is going to be very hard to change anything else for the better in our society. That is why all established and aspiring broadcasters are enjoined to join Society of Nigerian Broadcasters, SMB, the only legally recognized professional body for broadcasters in Nigeria. Registered since 1994. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, ìjọba ti wá rọ̀ Society of Nigerian Broadcasters, SMB lágbára láti issue operational license fún gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú ìtọ̀sẹ̀ tó tọ́. SMB has successfully gone through all the different stages of becoming law. A jẹ́ pé fún ẹnikẹ́ni láti rẹ́sẹ̀ walẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ó ní láti jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ SMB. Join now and be glad you did. Fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ láti dọmọ ẹgbẹ́ SMB ẹ pè alábòjútó National Coordinator Dr. Yemisi Bangbose lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ 0803-331-5256 or better still visit www.smb.com.ng. Be fulfilled as a broadcaster. Join SMB.
On the 103.5 FM,
your integrity station.
What's popping, Ibadan City? What's popping, Ibadan City? You're listening to the big boss man, the big dog, the boss man, the legendary OAP, the Armageddon, Big L on Honor 103.5 FM. All day, every day.
You're nice. Left
All right, very first single from the very amazing Nines. A lot of people never knew Nines sang that song. That song is Little Money from Nines, way back in time. Remember, it's Throwback Thursday on the show. Anyway, we have 6 minutes more on the show, and let me quickly tie this up. We talked about the public sector on Monday and Tuesday. We spoke about the private sector on Wednesday and Thursday. Which would you like to actually go for? If you definitely want to get your life now, you've been looking for where to actually put yourself. Would you prefer to go with the federal government, the state government, and have all the amenities we told you about the government? Or would you rather want to have your own business and want to do private, even with all the negativities we have told you about and the positive part of it? The choice is yours. That is while you work for the week. Hope you enjoyed the topic for the week. Remember, Monday next week, we're going to be bringing you a brand new topic for the week. A big thank you going out to Adeola, and of course, a big thank you going out to Emmanuel and my studio manager, Farouk. But the biggest thank you goes out to you for actually keeping your dial locked on Honor 103.5 FM this Thursday. And to those of you on our social media platform being part of the show, I say thank you. But remember, our major news bulletin will be coming up at 12. And immediately after the news bulletin, I will be back with Essay on the show. Lunch hour time. I'm Big L. I'm DJ Big L. My naughty friends call me the Turntable Majesty, but my mother would insist you call me Lekan Omosebi. See you at the other side of 12. Stick around.